Right now, from KTAB News, your local election headquarters, this is Big Country Politics.
Thank you for being here for Big Country Politics. I'm Victor Sotelo. Now we start our broadcast with the latest from our state government in our eye on Texas. Governor Greg Abbott has signed Senate Bill 1 into law. According to lawmakers, it will uphold the integrity of elections in Texas. Abbott made election integrity an emergency item during the legislative sessions. Senate Bill 1 creates uniform statewide voting hours, maintains and expands voting access for registered voters that need assistance, prohibits drive-through voting, and enhances transparency by authorizing poll watchers to observe more aspects of the election process. And also this last week, Governor Abbott called yet another special session, the third this summer. It will begin on Monday the 20th. The biggest issue will be redrawing legislative and congressional district lines based on the latest census numbers, but other items will include having student athletes compete in athletics based on the student's sex at birth and whether government agencies can mandate COVID-19 vaccination. And now to our eye on Abilene, the latest from the Abilene City Council meeting on Thursday. Council members voting to change the city ordinance on alcoholic beverages to sell beer and wine at baseball games. So a group of Abilene developers can bring a new semi-pro baseball team to Abilene. The group is proposing to renovate a baseball field at Rose Park for the games and plans to pay for the updates. The park is slated to be ready by May of 2023. Now on to a big headline with in the workforce here in Abilene. Abilene will soon be home to an Amazon delivery station. The announcement made Thursday morning by the Development Corporation of Abilene. The delivery station, set to be 71,000 square feet. Officials say it will be launched in 2022, bringing dozens of jobs with a minimum wage of $15 an hour. It will be located at the Five Points Business Park here in Abilene near I-20 and Business 20. Mayor Anthony Williams says the opportunities this brings to Abilene are tremendous.
One thing that I made a priority 4 years ago is economic development, providing ways and opportunities for the men and women to better support their families. I can't say enough about Misty Mayo, the DCOA, and the work that they've done.
Officials say Abilene's strategic location in south central U.S. with major access to highways was a key factor in the location of the new Amazon facility. This is one of several projects the DCOA has announced in recent months, including Great Lakes Cheese. All right, when we come back here on Big Country Politics, an in-depth conversation with the Abilene ISD, how the school district is dealing with COVID-19 cases and what parents can do right now. We're back in 2 minutes.
Big Country Politics on KTAB continues.
All right, welcome back to Big Country Politics. We are joined by Dr. Gustavo Villanueva, and I'm going to read your title because it's kind of long. You're the Associate Superintendent for Leadership and Student Services. Thank you for being here with us today.
Glad to be here.
Well, Dr. Villanueva, the first question I have for you is we've got a few weeks of school under our belt, and it's always exciting to start a new year. You have 3 new campuses on top of that, and on top of everything else, you're also dealing with the pandemic. Tell us what it's been like so far this year.
Well, it's certainly been challenging. The previous year, we got really good, and we got to a place where we could be comfortable with decisions that we were making. We had some guidelines from the state. We had guidelines from CDC. We had guidelines from our health department that were pretty clear and supported some of the mitigation protocols that we had put in place. This year, we had an upsurge in cases and a variant of COVID, and that happened pretty quickly right as school started. And so the difference this year is we don't have the protocols in place, not because we don't want them, but because we're not permitted to do so. And one of those what we consider one of our major protocols and safety guidelines is the utilization of masks, which, as we understand it from the health professionals that we work with, is one of our greatest protections. We don't have that in place. In addition, we have some guidelines from the state that keep us from additional exposure of students to COVID. So, for example, if last year, if I were exposed to someone who had been positive, then I could not go to school. I was not allowed to go to school as a student. However, this year it's parent choice, and so the parent decides if we will call them and say your child, or they may call us and tell us their child is exposed. And it is up to the parent to decide whether to send the child to school or not.
Well, and that's one of the things I wanted to ask you about. The parent decides whether they want to send their kids to school or not if they have been exposed and not tested or tested and tested negative. Either way, they have to come to school because those absences will be counted as absences, right? We've got even a few calls here about that.
Correct. Last year, the other thing that we had in place was we had remote learning. And so when a student had to stay home, then they had the opportunity to connect with the classroom and continue on with their education to the best extent possible through remote learning.
Well,
that, again, is not an option. So it puts us in a quandary, it puts the parent in a quandary because they don't have access to that. We don't have the leeway to say it's not considered an absence.
You're saying the district has no choice but to consider that an absence, even though there is a risk of them spreading COVID because those protocols aren't in place by the state? Is that what you're...
That is correct. What we are doing, though, is any absence that's related to a COVID reason is coded a certain way in our attendance system. And so what we are doing with that is we are taking that list of students who are coded that way and ensuring that we are doing everything we can to make sure that doesn't work against them. So it is considered what we call a documented absence, which in general keeps a student from being in jeopardy of losing credit or anything of that sort. And even in cases with our for example, our high school students, part of them being exempted from exams is in attendance. You've got to make sure that your attendance is good. Well, this won't count against them. So everything we can do to be considerate, that we have the leeway to do so, we will. And that's why we're coding all of our COVID-related absences in that way, so we can quickly tell that, hey, this is a documented, and that is what we do with, for example, when a student goes to the doctor, we ask them for the documentation that they've been to the doctor, and so that is, again, consideration for them.
That's considered in whether to code this student absences differently, like you say you are, but how many of those are they allowed? How many of those is a student allowed? I mean, let's say they've been exposed a couple of times during the year and they were out for a week. Are they allowed to do that, later on during the year without it hurting them?
Well, in general, a student can be absent up to 10% of their time in school for their 10% of the whole year, and still be okay credit-wise. Beyond that, the principal then has leeway to decide, based again on what's documented and not documented, what to do in terms of their credit for absences. And so we have some leeway to consider that. That's the reason for coding and documenting the reasons why the student was absent.
So, which brings me to my next question. You mentioned remote learning. We're not able to do that this year. Can you tell us specifically why AISD cannot remote learn? Is it staffing or is it?
There's two reasons why. One of them is if we do remote learning, the child is still considered to be absent. So there is no credit for doing remote learning, and I'll explain one exception to that in a minute. But the child doesn't get an attendance credit for remote learning, the way that it's currently set in law. Now
And in that case, the district will lose money each time a student is out, correct?
Correct, and the student's not receiving credit for being in attendance. So if we chose to do it, regardless of whether the student is getting credit or not, the staffing would be the other issue, because any type of remote learning that is done, there is a protection that we not do it like we have done, like we did last year, where the teacher is teaching a group of kids in front of them and a group that's at home. And so we would have to find a teacher who could teach these students that are at home only. And currently, we just don't have the staffing to do that.
To offer remote learning. Is there a place where kids who are coming to school after being exposed, worried about their absences, that are going within a school? Maybe there's a quarantine class of some sort, or is there anything like that set up?
No, I think the issue there might be, and I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that question. Let me just tell you the process we're currently following when there are positive students in class. So we're trying to do everything to avoid having to close the classroom down.
Yeah.
And so when we have 2 or more students that are positive in a classroom and there is no link to an outside exposure, so grandma or grandpa or somebody this past weekend that they were exposed to, when we cannot tell that, then we go ahead and what we do is isolate the classroom.
I see.
Which means we keep the classroom open, but the classroom is limited in any interaction with other classes. And whatever they do in terms of special, so like PE and computer lab and music, is done in a way that is they're distanced and they're in a different setting than other kids would be in, or we make sure that the area that they utilize is sanitized and then left to dry for a certain amount of time to make sure that the next group that comes in is not. So we limit exposure to the extent that we can, but we keep the classroom together. And then we monitor the students. We do highly recommend that they wear masks along with the staff. They have one entrance and one exit in the campus, and the parents drop them off in that area, again, trying to reduce exposure. So that's the first level of what we do. The second is if 20% or more of our students or staff are positive in that classroom, then we do the recommendation is that we close the classroom.
You close the classroom. And you've already done that a couple of times this year.
We have. And in that particular case, we can offer what the state calls remote conferencing. So if the teacher is well and not symptomatic, she can teach for 10 days. For those 10 days that they're out, she can teach them remotely. And so we'll hand out computers for those who need it.
That's interesting, because I do have a follow-up question for you on that point, but we got to go to commercial real quick, and we'll come back with Dr. Gustavo Villanueva with the AISD. And like I said, we're talking about COVID within the Abilene Independent School District. We'll be right back on Big Country Politics.
Continues.
And welcome back to Big Country Politics. Our guest today, Dr. Gustavo Villanueva. He is the Associate Superintendent of Leadership and Student Services for Abilene Independent School District. We're right in the middle of our conversation talking about protocol when you guys have to shut down a classroom or isolate a classroom. You were talking just now about not remote learning, but conference learning, correct? Something like that?
Remote conferencing.
Remote conferencing, yes, sir.
And so we are permitted. In that case, the teacher won't have any students in front of them to offer that remote conferencing to the students of that classroom. And so that's what we've done in all cases except one, and that was our initial closure, just as we were learning how to do this. But we've been able to offer remote conferencing in cases where the classroom is closed, or what we call quarantined at home. And we can do that. A student can do that for 20 days a year. So if we have to close that classroom again, we can do that for another 10 days. But there is a limit of
There is a limit.
20 days out of.
Because my next question was, can't we just call it, rather than calling it remote learning, can't we just title it what you titled it and go on that way?
We can do remote conferencing as a result of a quarantine only.
Okay.
Okay?
That's from the state.
And it can only be done for up to 20 days per student a year.
I see. Okay. Well, my next question is, and you already talked about it a little bit, and I sensed a little maybe frustration there that we're not able to mandate a mask while we're in school. Can I get your thoughts on that?
Obviously, when we look at what are ways that we can keep our students safe, and we understand that masking is a tool to use, and I believe that it's important for us to use every tool that is at our disposal. And so that was the case last year with masking. It's not the case this year. And what that does is a couple of things. One is when a student is positive in a classroom and they are masked, and they're less likely to be considered close contacts. And so we're not sending kids home as much if they were masked, both masked. Now that we're not, that the close contacts are greater than would have been last year. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to tell you in general, I don't want to get into the politics of,
sure,
of that issue. I just know that as an administrator, my greatest concern is the safety of students and that we're able to keep schools open. And I think the greatest harm we can do to our students is to not have them in front of us and be teaching them directly. And so whatever tool is available for us to use, I think we use it to make sure that happens. And so that's my belief. And if what I understand from the experts that we consult, then mm-hmm. is that it is a tool that would be good for us to use. And unfortunately, that's not at our disposal.
Well, and having said that, you know it's in your title. You're the superintendent for leadership and student services. We had recently a school board meeting where lots of people got up and we talked about a possible mask mandate. And voted on it. The school board voted on it. 2 of the school board members abstained. Is this something that you think maybe you believe they should have voted yes or no on as leaders in the community, as those who were elected to make those difficult decisions?
I think that our school board serves in roles that are pretty complicated, and they have with a lot of different interests. I don't want to second guess any decision that they've made. It's not my place to do so. Mm-hmm. Our initial recommendation as an administration to them, based on what we understood the law to be at that time, was to consider that and to have a conversation. That did change on that day. The way that the legal pieces were moving, we really couldn't make that recommendation. However, I think it was important for them to have that discussion of, from our end, again, we may get to a place where we have to close classrooms, and we had not up to that point done very much of that. But we knew that's where it would lead. And so it was an important conversation to have. I'm not going to second guess. I'm not in their shoes.
Sure. I understand. Dr. Villanueva, thank you for covering those difficult subjects for us. But I do want to ask you about one other thing. Another thing that the AISD is facing right now is driver shortages, and that's related in part to COVID. Bus driver shortages. Correct.
There are no doubt that's impacting it's impacting us all the way around. I think we could say that for that department, and that's extremely obvious, right, when we can't transport kids.
Yeah, it's out there visible, yeah.
Right. And but it's happening in our nutrition department, and we're having to ship folks around to make sure that's happening. It's happening in our Obviously, with our teacher staffing, we want to make sure, at some point, it may not be that we have too many positive students. It may be that we don't have enough staff to staff a school. And so there may be a whole other reason for closing. And in some cases, in some districts, that's what's happening. It's not necessarily the number of positive students, but the number of the lack of enough staff to run the school.
Well, my last question for you is, what is your message to not only those who are asking these same questions that we are, and hopefully this interview will clear a lot of that up, but not only to those people, but to those people who may have immune compromised family at home, and they're trying to find a way to protect their family. What's your message to those people?
I think I would say that it's a partnership between us and them, and to do everything that is at our disposal, that they have at their disposal, and that we do. You have a choice to utilize or not utilize masks, and we're doing everything we can within the constraints that we have to try to mitigate spread. But whatever we both can do at both ends, that's important. What I want to make clear today, at least to me this is important, is that if your child has to be absent because they've been exposed, that's okay. We are coding that appropriately. We're going to consider that. We are looking for ways to ensure that assignments are available through Google Classroom so they can access those from home and stay at least pretty close to on target, and or creating packets for them for parents to come and pick up and work on assignments that they may miss while they're out. And so don't feel the pressure because it is because they're absent that you must go to school. I mean, if your child has to stay at school at home, then we will figure out and we will be very considerate about. You don't need to be worried about their absence. You may have heard some people say, we've been told it's an unexcused absence. It is
yes,
an
sir.
absence, and there is no such thing as it's unexcused or excused absence. And we need to use better terminology. It's documented or undocumented absence, or it's verified or unverified absence. And what we're just asking is, what's the reason that you're out, so that we can consider it when you come back. And COVID reason is an extremely valid reason right now. And so we're going to do everything we can to make sure that the absences aren't impacting the students.
Dr. Gustavo Villanueva, Associate Superintendent for Leadership and Student Services for Abilene Independent School District. Thank you very much for being on the show today.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back on Big Country Politics.
Big Country Politics on KTAB continues.
And that does it for this week's edition of Big Country Politics. And as we go to commercial, we want to remember those we lost on 9/11, September 11th, 2001, 20 years ago. May we remember, and may we stand strong, and may God bless the USA.